Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. It's the fall, getting my beds ready for winter, and I'm planting my fall crops. I'm going to show you how to quickly, easily, and organically plant garlic. Maybe this will be a 3-minute video. One of the strategies is I'm going to put a row of garlic right down the side of my raised bed. This is a path that I want to stay open. Over to the right, I'm going to have probably squash and zucchini. So I don't want to plant big plants on both sides so I don't lose my path. Garlic is a great plant to plant right along the edges of your beds. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to order your garlic probably online. I got mine from eBay. I did pick up this from an organic store. These are both hardneck garlics. That's what I recommend in Maryland Zone 7. That means the stem that comes up from the bulb right here is really hard. You can get soft neck. I recommend go online, look up garlic zones, and it'll tell you what grows best in your area. So this is, I think, a German porcelain white. This is from, as I said, the organic grocery store. I don't know what variety it is. If some of your garlic is sprouting, that's okay. And basically all you do is you break the cloves off the stem, break your bulb up, and then you get nice cloves like this. The bottom is where the roots are. Top is where the green growth comes up. That's how you want to plant it. If you're not sure, just drop it in sideways. So the setup is really straightforward. Every 3 to 5 inches, make a hole that's 3 to 4 inches deep. We're going to put 1 inch of mulch on there. To set this up, any organic fertilizer, just take a handful. I've already done this side, but if I'm going to put in another row, just sprinkle it down across the top. Turn it over, a good 6 to 8, 10 inches deep, nice and loose, and then I just go in, use my fingers, and I press this down so I get a hole that's 3 or 4 inches deep. And again, you're going to put the bottom side, root side down, just press it in that way. In Maryland Zone 7, you want to go down 3 or 4 inches. You want to put on top of here about 1 inch or 2 of mulch. I'll show that at the end because I'm also going to put some bone meal across the top. So I'm going to go down this whole length, drop in the bulbs, and again, if it's sprouting, that's fine. Just get this down 3 or 4 inches. The smaller cloves, just put to the side. I'll show you what I do with them. Okay, let me finish this up. So just pull the dirt across the holes and fill it in. For the smaller garlic, I just like to dig a hole. There's an old tomato root right in there. Dig a hole 4 inches deep, drop them all in there. I'm not looking for cloves. I'm just going to look for the green shoots. When the green shoots come up, I'll cut those off and I will use them in salads, scrambled eggs, and all that. Once you have your row planted, you could do another row. Go over this time about 4 or 6 inches. Start your next row every 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches deep. I do like to get about a handful of bone meal and just sprinkle it across the space where I plant it. And you can see 1 handful takes up a good 4-foot row. And I would go all the way down. Once I put the bone meal down, come back, I mulch across the top. Let me do that and we'll finish up. So I used about 1 inch or 2 of shredded hardwood mulch across the top. So in Maryland Zone 7, you want to plant your garlic late October, early November. You basically want to plant in your zone when the frost is coming. If you don't get frost in your area, you don't really want to plant your garlic in fall. There's another way to do it. You could use shredded hardwood, you could use grass clippings, you could use anything. You're just creating a top dressing to help insulate your garlic cloves so they don't freeze. If you're in really cold zones, you can really put in 4 inches, 6 inches of mulch, keep them warm, and come the spring pull it back. So mine's about 4 inches deep. This is about 1 inch of mulch. It's perfectly fine. I can keep mine there. Once you put your mulch down, you can come back again, not a lot of bone meal, and just sprinkle it across the top. Bone meal is high in phosphorus, and your bulbs like phosphorus. So we're putting in a organic fertilizer that has more phosphorus in it than potassium or nitrogen, and your garlic's going to like you for that. So over the next 4 or 5 months, It may sprout up a little bit depending if it gets warm. Don't worry about what comes up over the top. The plant will take care of itself. Your garlic will be ready probably towards the end of June. And again, this is Maryland Zone 7. You go up where it's colder, you want more mulch, maybe more depth. You go down south, you don't have to plant it as deep. Thanks for watching. Please check out my YouTube channel at therustedgarden.com. And just a quick recap for the depth: 3 to 4 inches down into your soil, 1 to 2 inches of mulch on top. Plant the cloves 3 or 4 inches apart. Space your rows 4, 6, 8 inches spacing between the rows, which is perfectly fine. Your garlic is going to do really well set up like this. Even if they don't form massive bulbs, you're still going to get bulbs of some sort, and you can use the greenery in your garden dishes too.